Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 has been announced with an estimated release date as somewhere at the end of 2024, and as such this may be a good time to try out the original Kingdom Come Deliverance if you are like me who have never played it before, or maybe you are one of those who played it back in 2018 and want to replay it before going into part 2. Regardless, being a game with a lot of interactive, immersive downtime, you may want to visit it or revisit it comfortably on a couch in a Steam Deck. But what kind of performance can you expect from that little handheld? This video answers those very questions with a little extra. By default, this game gets set to medium graphics where the overall experience did feel smooth, although we did not hit 60 FPS. It gives 40 to 50 FPS in big cities like Ratai. The upper limit increases to 56 FPS in smaller villages and open fields, where it can even reach the lower 60s at times. But it drops to the 40 to 50 range when we are riding into a forest. During combat, it still manages to keep it between 40 to 50, although at rare occasions the frame drops to the likes of 38 or 39, basically the upper 30s. On a side note, there are a lot of poppings in the textures and objects, especially the clothes on NPCs. But as mentioned earlier, the overall experience felt smooth and the game was still great to look at, most likely because of the smaller screen. Cranking it up to high though starts showing signs of struggle. Increasing loading times on those very few loading screens, frames sticking to 30s in forest areas and even in small towns and villages, and carrying the same into combat scenarios. There were a few instances where it even dropped to likes of 25 and below, which can be mainly seen in big cities like Ratai. In open areas, it can keep running in 40s, and of course the popping is still there. Overall, it was playable, but my eyes definitely felt the impact. Definitely won't recommend playing it in these settings. Dropping it to low, things definitely improved. I was getting higher frames that stayed around 50 to 60, at rare occasions even hit 70 for an instance. During combat though, it tends to drop down to upper 40s, and also the popping still was there.
It's
staying here.
Apart from those, the game does have very high and ultra high settings, but let's not kid ourselves here. This is just a handheld and it's not officially launched in India. I do not want to lose it. Coming into the little bit of extras, those poppings are not a problem of the Steam Deck. Apparently, the game itself is pretty infamous for it. There are mods for it apparently, but I won't say too much on that as I do not have the knowledge regarding modding in games at all. The controls get set in very well, there have been no issues at all, and of course we can set up the back buttons, where I chose to set my up as L3 and R3 for my immense fear of breaking my sticks. And also the B button so that my thumb can be free to rotate the camera whilst running or galloping. Apart from that, the game does support gyros, so if you feel like you need it for archery stuff, then you can definitely use those in both as a mouse or as a joystick. Now this game is marked in yellow for the deck, which means just playable. Means that there are a bit of problems, one being the letters, which are too small. Personally, that was a problem for only in one instance during my 87-hour playtime, but other people may find it a bit more problematic. Although again, the Steam Deck does have the feature to magnify the screen in situations like these. Not the most convenient thing, but it's a thing. Lastly, the audio. In the default speakers, the game and the deck delivers, sounding really crisp and also enabling me to track things based on audio feedback. Interestingly though, when I plugged in my earbuds, the audio is reversed. Things on the right comes from the left and vice versa. And this is not just in one instance, it's literally how it ran with earbuds. I didn't have this issue in any other games I played, but a quick Google search told me that on a case-by-case basis, it happens to different people with different games. And trust me, it's a bit troublesome to get incorrect audio feedback. My solution was the layman one, I just wore the headphones reverse. Simple. And one more note over here that I forgot to mention earlier. I was able to play for approximately 2.5 hours or 3 hours or so on medium settings in this game. Did not test out low and high, but on medium it runs for about 2.5 hours or 3 hours, which is great in my opinion for a game like this. Alright, so that's all we have for you today. Hope you enjoyed and find it useful. Personally, I say you can go for it and play the game on the deck, but well, everyone has their own preferences. I know not hitting 60 on medium even can deter a few people, but that's why this video is here. You can check the numbers and make your call. Thank you everyone for watching. Please do hit the like and subscribe and all the good stuff, and stay tuned for more variety of contents in the future. And with all that said, bye bye. Have a good night or a good day maybe, as the situation may be, and I'll see you guys on the next one.